welcome. This is the Midday News. Thanks for joining us. 5 eyewitnesses are currently assisting the NCD police in investigating the murder and arson incident that happened at Waigani on Monday, May 19, 2025, where 4 people died and properties damaged. National Capital District Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika confirmed this. Provincial Police Commander for Central Joseph Saleh urged people to come forward and assist the police with any information relating to the incident. This will help identify the root cause of the incident. PPC Saleh stated that the 4 people who died include 2 from Goilala, 1 from Enga and 1 from the Eastern Highlands. Minister for Coffee William Bando is set to launch the Green Gold Card for coffee farmers in Papua New Guinea soon. He announced this during the recent coffee seedling distribution event in Midday, Southern Highlands Province.
Card is part of a 10 million kina prize support program for smallholder and blockholder coffee farmers designed to ensure direct payments are made to genuine coffee growers. Minister for Coffee William Bando, when launching the coffee seedling distribution for Southern Islands Province in Midday recently, clarified that with the introduction of the Green Gold Card, coffee farmers will fill out the card with their personal bank details when selling coffee at factories, allowing the Coffee Industry Corporation to verify and pay them directly. This initiative aims to improve transparency, support farmers financially, and encourage them to focus on coffee farming rather than other less sustainable income sources.
I'm Yumi this like I'm meeting one day, this like coffee farmers, and by you deposit the money to account law, like give him a deposit slip, receipt, like one month. So all can looking, you wait and coffee, you work coffee palokatim you can can't way or donors. That's the way you by empowering over the farmers where you may take back PNG and this like. Over the man must get work, over the man must get money, over the man must busy, look garden, that's where the land is, where the people are. So this like card, now this particular card now we talk. Everybody got account number, account name, one of legal place, council word. So this like card I'm ready, Bambla launch him like June after Parliament, Bambla launch him.
The Green Gold Card differs from traditional farmer identification methods primarily by enabling direct, verified payments to genuine coffee farmers through a digital or card-based system. Unlike traditional methods, which may rely on informal or less transparent identification and payment processes, the Green Gold Card collects personal and bank details from farmers at the point of coffee sale. Bando Feda clarified that this reduces intermediaries and potential fraud, ensuring that payments reach the intended smallholder and blockholder farmers efficiently.
Now by you looking, how much la farmer established this country. When a man making how much money, lo this plus sale, one day sale. So every month, I'm now by you looking this la people lo say I see. This is 10 million I mean of big money. And by you need to put the big money lo this la, so this la all heavy with unemployment, all man run on nothing, less in down there. By block by supporting kina for kina. But when the money you talk, now by you look at my account number, account name, now this la card by so him. How much la farmers stop this la country? How much money or make him lo hard work blow? How much by government he give him price subsidy or CIC by using this la report na put the money go account bank account straight.
Bando Feda explained the traditional methods typically lack this direct verification and payment linkage, often resulting in delays or misdirected funds. The Green Gold Card thus introduces a more transparent, accountable, and technology-enabled approach to farmer identification and payment. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Turning abroad, dog walkers around the country have today taken part in the RSPCA's final ever Million Paws Walk. Over the past 30 years, the event has raised $17 million for the animal rescue charity. But rising costs means the decision was made to end the event for good, except in Canberra, where the local shelter intends to run its own annual walk.
$50,000 today, and we hear that money is going to go towards the 250 puppies that they've received just this financial year. That there's been an abundance, an overload of cats, dogs, and we hear roosters given to the shelter in Canberra. In Canberra, the event will actually last a little bit longer. The organisers say it's so popular here, and the event is viable despite increasing overheads.
It is bittersweet. In the ACT, we'll continue with the event in some way or form, but this will be the last National Million Paws Walk ever.
What we are hearing is that there is an appetite for an event like this in the ACT, and organisers are planning to keep the event going in some way.
An extraordinary medical intervention is helping to keep some of the nation's sickest children alive. Known as ECMO or ECMO, it's a high-tech life support system that's often used as a last resort.
Life. Byron Blackmore has no memory of the treatment that's given him a future.
Grateful for it. Without it, I wouldn't be here.
Last year, after heart surgery, the gravely ill 15-year-old was put on what's known as an ECMO machine. It mimics the work of the heart and lungs, giving a patient's body a chance to rest.
I was terrifying, yeah, to be told your child is that unwell.
He bears a scar from neck to navel, but 1 year on, the Broncos fan is feeling good.
Amazing.
ECMO machines have been used for decades in large centres and available since 2014 at the Queensland Children's Hospital.
It gives the parents that reassurance that everything was done, no stone was left unturned when we looked after their child.
Children are sometimes put on the machines in the most critical of circumstances while they're in cardiac arrest.
In those instances, when you open the chest, for example, the heart will not be beating, but very soon after you put them on ECMO, it starts beating again.
The medical teams that provide this intensive care are looking after young patients on the edge of life and death. About 1/3 don't survive. Baby Sydney Marnie sadly didn't make it. Born with a catastrophic heart condition, doctors used ECMO to support his tiny body.
And there was so many cables. So, yeah, it was hard.
But the intervention did give his family some precious moments.
We knew we didn't have time with him, so we wanted to grab whatever we had, really.
At 5 weeks old, he died in his mother's arms, surrounded by loved ones on a warm Brisbane day.
All the walls were down. It was like, celebrate your son.
The Marnies have since had another son, but they're forever shaped by baby Sid and the medical team that gave him every chance.
A new public speaking competition is giving high school girls an opportunity that for the past 90 years has been available only to boys. The Dame Enid Lyons Oratory Competition is open to all private and public girls' high schools in New South Wales. There is hope that the new competition will encourage diverse voices and greater numbers of public school students to take part.
For the past 90 years, a prestigious impromptu speaking event, the Lawrence Campbell Oratory Competition, has been exclusive to 15 schools in New South Wales, primarily boys and private schools. Now there's an equivalent for girls, the Dame Enid Lyons Oratory Competition, which held its first ever finals on Wednesday evening at the Sydney Opera House. Ahead of the big day, Governor-General Sam Mostyn hosted the 10 finalists for morning tea at Admiralty House, where she spoke about the importance of encouraging young women to speak up.
It's important that for a generation that want to be heard, whose ideas really matter, prosecuting those ideas, sharing them on stages in front of audiences, having the confidence and the skills to do that really makes a big difference. And this group of finalists are exceptional.
This new competition plans to become an annual event, platforming impromptu speakers from girls' high schools, both public and private, across the state. An opportunity that this cohort of finalists are positive about.
This is one of my first competitions, so to have this as like my introductory experience, I just think represents the opportunities that so many younger girls will get.
I'm really happy that this competition was open to public school girls, and it's really about equal opportunity and equal involvement.
It's really a space where girls' voices are championed.
And it also provides a platform where we can showcase public speaking and its worth to other girls.
In front of an audience of about 400 people, Year 12 student Celia Watson took home the win, saying the final outcome was unexpected.
I mean, it's great that we have a platform now because there's ways to get involved in public speaking that's not just through this competition. There are other competitions, but it's really great to have one that's for girls and one that's so unique in the way that it's impromptu.
Organisers of the competition hope to see more schools, particularly public schools, put up more students for the impromptu speaking competition, platforming young and diverse voices from girls' schools across the state.
Back home in sports, Team PNG athletes and officials came together yesterday at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Stadium for a team bonding event in preparation for the 2025 Pacific Mini Games in Palau. The day-long event brought together over 150 athletes and officials in a celebration of unity, national pride and team culture, guided by the PNG Olympic Committee.
The team bonding event featured activities designed to disseminate important Team PNG and Games information, strengthen relationships, reinforce shared values, and prepare the team for the upcoming Mini Pacific Games in Palau, scheduled to start end of June. PNG Olympic Committee President Emma Waiwai, in welcoming Team PNG athletes and officials to the team bonding event, also congratulated the athletes for securing their place in Team PNG. She said it was not about competition, but about building real connections with team members, a clear sense of purpose, and a renewed spirit of unity. Athletes engaged in interactive sessions grouped by functional areas such as media, medical performance, safeguarding and anti-doping, and the Athletes Commission. The event ended with a lively team workout practice, a spirited performance of the official Team PNG song, and a team lunch that allowed athletes and officials to connect in a relaxed setting. With the countdown to Palau 2025 underway, the team bonding day marked a meaningful step forward in ensuring Team PNG heads into competition united, motivated, and ready to make the nation proud. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
Para-badminton, under its Shuttle Time program, conducted a successful workshop on Saturday at the Sir John Guy's Stadium in Port Moresby. The workshop provided free trainings to teachers and volunteers, enabling them to deliver fun and safe badminton activities in schools and communities, especially with children living with intellectual disability.
Over 20 teachers and volunteers from schools in NCD hosted by badminton on Saturday, May 24th. They were taught the basics of badminton and how effective they can bring children with intellectual disability into playing badminton. The Shuttle Time emphasizes the need for making badminton accessible to all children, regardless of their background or abilities, including children living with intellectual disability. They started with a theory and concluded with practical lessons. Jenny Seki is the National Special Olympic head coach and one of the very few people involved with Special Olympics athletes, and better understands the importance of including intellectual disability children in sporting activities.
In a way, what we are doing is we are building humans that cannot compete academically, but that can contribute other abilities that they have. We are enhancing those through sports.
Sika said during the course of her tenure as the national coach, she has seen parents and communities mistreat children living with intellectual disability. She even reported a parent to police for negligence once, and that passion has prompted her to continue promoting social inclusivity with badminton.
So I've taken some parents actually to the police station, reported them of the abuse that the kids, especially intellectual disability kids, that are going through, like in their houses and homes. So.
She said the Badminton Federation of PNG has anticipated a positive result from this workshop. They are hoping the teachers and volunteers train a good number of children living with intellectual disability at their schools and communities. The Badminton Federation of PNG is looking forward to host the championship and is expecting these children to come participate at the event.
We are aiming, especially people and children with intellectual disability, to be able to play the sport. So we're training many coaches as a pathway right into the communities to recruit as many grassroots coaches as we can to involve a lot of people with intellectual disabilities to know what badminton is and to be able to play badminton and to be able to also take part in competitions.
The Shuttle Time is an annual para-badminton program since 2022. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The midday news ends on that note. Do join us at 6 tonight for more news and sports.